Okie dokie. So please add yourself to the attendee list. I share in the chat again once more, just for be extra safe, the agenda meeting. And if you have any topics, please add them to the list. And I think we can kick it off with the community time block from Benita, but this is the person that has issues joining. So maybe they will watch this video. I cannot share, unfortunately, because I don't have a login
And does
in this
that
account.
link work to the Slack?
Yeah, but the problem is I cannot share because if I open the link, it says me here and I need to sign in. So we try to read what I see. This person has an issue with creating project using Keptn HTTPS for GitLab. Maybe we can have a look into this Slack thread so that Andy is already on that. Maybe can be caused by cert PEM file. So maybe let's reserve some time when we have some slack of time to support this community member. Then some announcement from me and Anna. We will be at KubeCon, North America in Chicago. And we had our talk accepted for the maintainer track. So soonish there will be the schedule of different sessions, and there will be one also where we will present Keptn. So if you're in the area, just join us. We are there. Also, we ask for a kiosk, and we will be there as well for chit-chatting with anyone interested. Is there anything else from the community time block? Then I think, Meg, the stage is all yours today with a lot of links.
Yes, just not links if you want them. We're not going to go over everything in. Just wanted to update what we're working on right now. Working on the contributing guide. We've been trying to do that work for several months, and it's all little bits were getting done, so I decided it was time to go in and do some more things. So these are open PRs that are out there. If anybody's interested in reviewing them, that would be great. And otherwise, they're not perfect, but that is where we are. And I just screwed myself up. They want me to log in, and I don't want to do that right now. Let's go back and do that one.
Yeah, I saw that this has just this linting issue where the line is too long. Otherwise, everything is good for me. Simple fix.
Yeah,
Contribution
that
to
one, that is not, yeah, that one's fine. Okay, yes. Oh, that's the Git. Yes, okay.
I will have a
Yeah,
look at
this
this PR.
markdown lint is wonderful. It'll pass something one day and then it'll break it. So I love it. So, and we have a community person working on the information about publishing and versions and what pages and all that sort of stuff. Contributing guidelines, the sort of Git piece. Would love to have some feedback from community members because that's really hard. We're using basic Git, but so this is supposed to be a little bit of helpful material and to know whether you've done too much, too little, etc. Doc source structure, and a new one thanks to Adam. I actually wrote it up, but Adam did the work on developing with GitHub code spaces. And then we've added a little piece about we have questions. KLT by design is not a pipeline and it doesn't actually do sequential execution, but people want to know how to do it. So there are a couple of ways to do that. So this summarizes that. We have contribution from the community with information on custom Grafana dashboards, an improvement in the instructions for running OTel, and some better info in the READMEs for Python runtime and container runtime runners for Keptn tasks. So next week, we need to coordinate, but I think it sounds like next week it may be when we go through the KLT documentation and do the name change. Stacy, I talked to David last night. I understand the blog post is being posted on Wednesday. Ideally, do we want the name change in the doc before or after that?
I think at
Close.
the same time would be great, on the same day. So if we want to just coordinate what that time frame is, I'm good to do that. I actually wasn't sure. I haven't posted because I think our blogs are through Medium, and I haven't actually posted through Medium. I don't even have an account there. Does anyone have an account there and that could post the blog? The draft is like, I don't know, 99% complete. I'm working on like a couple images that we may want to put in. Um, but yeah, that
I
would be my only blocker.
I do have an account,
Okay.
but I never post to the Keptn
Yeah.
one.
I think I was looking at it yesterday with Adam, and he said that you kind of create it in your own account and then you post
Yeah,
it to a publication, which is kind of Keptn.
yeah, but I think the publication has to accept, so we need to sync who has access to this
Right.
organization.
Right. Yeah. So, but yeah, Meg, to answer your question, I think when we're shooting for Wednesday, so if that works for you.
Okay, I figure, and it's the I've said a week. I think I can probably do the stuff in like 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
Go through and do it, but then it all has to be approved, and there's a question, and do we want to? I'd like the tree as quiet as possible. So, but I think we've got a bunch of open PRs right now. So then it comes into Giovanni's people and clashing with their other responsibilities.
I suggest start with a PR as soon as possible. It's not it's the merge order that will, depending, I would say, if we have to go through this first before merging the name change, fine, or we do the vice versa, it's not important, but you can start with the work as soon as
Okay, well that's
possible.
okay. Um, and then yeah, because that's what we sort of want things quiet. It just gets messy if there's all sorts of other changes happening to the docs at the same time. That's why I've been working on the community pages too, because I figure we'll do the main docs first and then come back and do that. So the community, all these community things can or community, the contributing pieces. Sorry, it's early for me. Um, so okay, let's see if we can get those. I think there's one or two, but then so I could sort of start working now on the pieces that are
Yeah, you can start
yeah, they're not
immediately
yeah.
when the PR is ready. Then we prepare everything to merge it on Wednesday as soon as the blog post is live.
Okay. Okay. Then I have my orders. And
And we can put those PRs on hold also to avoid any conflict.
well,
Since
but then when they
everything,
come in, yeah, that's what actually, and the ones in contributing, I'm less worried about. The other, yeah, those others, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there are a couple of those, the community ones are lagging.
yeah, we
Actually,
can
that's
reach
only
out to
this
the community people that propose this PR, telling them the situation and
right.
just saying, sorry, we need to wait 1 week before we can merge your PR and go ahead with the name change, which is more important.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So
Any
I will
other
begin. And I think
documentation topic?
that does it for me, unless anybody else has something.
Not really. Beside documentation, I would like to rethink a bit our documentation website after the name change. So I would say more than a month from now, because we are working towards releasing each part of the toolkit independently. So you can really pick and choose your tool for your own use case.
Yes.
Therefore, having this versioning doesn't make much sense, since each part of the Keptn Lifecycle Toolkit has a different version because can evolve independently.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a unique version, and it doesn't make sense anymore to have a versioned documentation. So just throwing out the idea that in a month from now, I would like to focus a bit the effort in restructuring our documentation, because I also was talking with Stacy. Certain pieces do not evolve with the software. They're always there. We don't need to version them. Like the blog, if we want to have a blog post in our website, we don't need to version that. But other pieces instead, they require some versioning, like specific piece of content for the metric operator, for example.
Right. There's several other, and I've got that implementing section is just sort of a catch-all that I've known needed to be reorganized, and I think we'll organize that. We'll have a guide for metrics and a guide for observability. And back to, by the way, with this though, back to the top page, that upper left piece that says Keptn Lifecycle Toolkit. That needs to change on Wednesday too, right?
I can prepare a PR for that.
Okay, and by the way, while we're at it, is the product name Keptn with a capital K or a lowercase k on that header? I see both.
Because this is a logo. This is projects. This is the logo that we have. And no, this is just the logo, damn it. And the official naming is with a lower case in the logo.
Huh.
But let's have a look at, I don't know, Cortex. They also have the lower C.
Lots of projects are start with a lowercase, but yeah, then they're capitalized.
Yeah.
I think it's just the logo.
Yeah, exactly.
So in text, it should be uppercase.
Yep, I would say
Okay.
so. Okay, otherwise in the refinement time block, we don't have any tickets, but I would like to maybe give some details about the technical status of the lifecycle toolkit, since Sudipto is here and he wants to hear those. I can show you. Let's start from here. We worked a lot, if you check the closed PR, on pipelining. Because now we are working towards release each component independently. The cert manager will be its own artifact. The different runners to execute tasks in Keptn will be a different artifact, one for Dino, one for Python. Then the lifecycle operator will be another artifact. The metric operator will be the last artifact. So you can pick and choose based on your use case what you want to install. And then there was a nice result out of the GSOC project, where where is it? One PR I like to see from Rakshit, where Rakshit worked hard on implementing many changes in the metric operator, where we have the possibility to run Flo, help me here, step query.
The query that has been merged. Now it's the aggregation function that's currently open.
And there it is.
Exactly.
So we can aggregate directly here, not just by average like it was possible in the past, but mean, max, median, average, percentiles would be out of the box supported. And we are working hard. I see Anna fighting in the last days with finishing the controller for the analysis CRT. to support the future parity with the old Keptn V1 in terms of quality gate. So the current setup only allows less or greater than a scalar value. With an analysis CRD instead, it's possible to run more complex quality gates like it was possible in the past with Keptn V1. Otherwise, Sudipto, do you have any more technical questions, more
Yeah,
specific
it was
things?
a nice update from you. And yeah, in the upcoming days, I will definitely try to like contribute in Keptn. And if you have any suggestion, like from a beginner perspective, from where I should start now, because I had a lot of gap in between because I was busy with contributing to ZSOC into another project. But now that I am done with that, I'll be contributing to Keptn again.
Oh,
Try to contribute Keptn regularly.
perfect. Nice to hear. We have a lot of good first issues here. You can start from anyone that has not been anyone assigned, or you can maybe, since you already contributed in the past, maybe you can look into what issue is open and check if something is good enough for you. And if you need to catch up, just
Yeah.
ping me also for more technical questions. I can bring you up to speed.
Okay, thank you
Maybe
very
a
much.
great one would be the one about improving logs, because it means more or less going through the whole code if you really feel like you want to see how things changed.
This
Yeah.
one, Anna?
Yeah. But
Yeah, thank you.
like,
I would also like to bring up the fact that we're hosting our first new contributor meeting on September 11th. So that
Okay.
might also be a really great place to come and just once you've sort of started digging in and you find some maybe some blockers or things like that where it's a little hard to understand how to do things, bring them to that meeting. And if there's like a topic or you want to, have us explain anything in more detail, we can do that there as well. It's just to help onboard new contributors to the project.
Yeah, definitely. I will also join that.
Awesome.
And it would be great if you wanted to review some of those PRs with the contributing documentation too, because you can tell us what's not clear or what's too much of this or not enough.
Yeah, that's right. But I'll need some time to catch up all this. Like I had a lot of gap. So yeah, I'll
Absolutely.
definitely be regular in this repo.
I will ping you then in the issue in the PR, as you might see from
Yeah,
the machine
sure.
screen. And then feel free, if you have time or whenever you have time, if you're interested, to just pick those up.
Thank you very much
Mm.
for mentioning and like taking time to explain me all the things. I really appreciate. And I really had a wonderful time when I was contributing to Keptn. And that's why I like I want to start again.
Oh, nice to hear. Okie dokie. There are any other topics?
maybe one thing that I forgot putting in the agenda is that we merged, thanks to Mo, the PR template. So now if you want to contribute for docs or for code, you have a template that kind of guides you through what are all of the things that usually are needed to check. If you want, I have the issue number here.
Yeah, sure.
Here is the template.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So in the chat, no more topics. Then I think we can close the meeting a bit earlier. Thank you everyone for joining. Have a nice rest of your day and welcome back to Dipto. Ping me on Slack for anything that is unclear so I can help you there, or anyone else in this room. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day and talk to you next time.
Yeah.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you,
bye.
ciao.